What's good, YouTube? It's your boy AyeDeon back at it again with another quick tutorial video. This one is going to be how to make clips into TikToks, Reels, all that good stuff that you can put out there on social media like YouTube Shorts. Start bringing in subscribers to YouTube or followers on any other platform. This is using the program called DaVinci Resolve. You ready to learn it? Let's get into it, baby. So, of course, the first thing you want to do is go to blackmagicdesign.com, I believe is the website, to be able to get DaVinci Resolve onto your PC. Again, this is just for my PC users that are trying to find a way to make clips pretty simple, pretty easy, while also being able to add a little flair to it as well. Once you download it, it's going to have you extract the files, of course. Go ahead and handle that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and open up DaVinci Resolve. Now, what I have here, I already have pretty much pre-made already, just to kind of get us going and get us started. So the one thing I will tell you to do is definitely make a folder specifically for your clips. You always want to do that because when you go in to save it and you want to have clips that you may have taken through stream, which I will also be doing a video on how to set a replay buffer through OBS if you're a streamer and a content creator. So make sure you go check that out as well. That'll make it easier to find your clips, edit them, and also save them in that same exact folder with your own title for it and everything. And that way, if you want to upload it, you can upload it through there. So I have this over right now, and I have a few clips that I've pretty much already done and already edited before. However, I'm just going to kind of go through and we'll just pick a random clip that I have here. Let's go with, we'll just go with this one right here. Not sure which one this one is, but we're going to go with it anyways. Now, one of the biggest things with doing DaVinci Resolve is knowing when to kind of cut, when to edit it, and where you want to place certain things. Now, what I do is I typically scroll through the video that I have. I'll chop down with this here, and that's usually how I would go about doing that. So you would start here. Also, I would make sure to have this magnet and this chain link together. When you have those together, to make it so it chops both sections, which is the audio and the video portion. And if you don't have this connected, it would not do that, and then you'll possibly have an offset video. That's something you want to avoid doing. Another quick thing I do want to point out is if you want to change how the project looks so you can have that format of YouTube Shorts where it's a straight vertical video, what you would do is you would go to File, Project Settings, and you actually have an option for vertical resolution. So you would just click that, and it changes it automatically for you here. Hit Save, and now you have this long form video point right here. So again, like I said, what we're going to do is we can kind of skim through this a little bit. And what we would do is we would run through here. Let's see. Let's say I start with right here. I want to cut. And once I have that cut, I can just click and drag here and then hit delete. And that portion of the video is going to be gone for you. So you don't have to worry about that. And if you want to bring it back, just hit Control Z, or you can hit edit and undo up here if you messed up at any point in time with that. And we're going to keep scrolling through here, see if there's anything else. See, we're getting a little streaky streak over here on MW2. And toss some trophy down. Boom, boom, boom. Going crazy. Going crazy. Let me make sure not to go too far. We going crazy still. Imagine. That boy good. And then we'll chop here of where I wanted to finish. Once I have the point of where I wanted to finish, then I will do here, just like we did on the first section. Click and drag down, hit delete. And now you officially have first part done with your clip, which is just the basis of what you want the clip to be. Now, another big thing that you want to make sure to do with this program is, of course, most people, you'll have like a blur effect in the background. I'm going to show you guys how to do that, how to recenter and position your camera, as well as the video, so that way it's actually in screen versus just a vertical section that you can't really see too much of. Next thing I would do is I would click on this arrow here. I'm going to turn off this and this. And then we're going to click here. We're going to hold Alt, click and drag up, let go, Alt, click and drag up. Now, what this is going to do, and I'm going to show you here, once we turn off these real quick, this is so we can add the blur effect into the background. So this one here will be blur. This one here is going to be the main video that you're going to see, the clip. And this one here is going to be our camera. For the blur effect, you're going to want to go to Filters under OpenGFX here. And we're going to go Gaussian blur. And you're going to click, drag this over right here. And as you see, it's already starting to blur. Now I'm gonna cut my camera off here for just a second so you guys can see what I'm doing here. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to effects, which is where the blur is. Click here, and we're gonna set this to 0.5, which will give it a stronger blur effect. Now, once we have that done, we're gonna disable this video track here, open the second one. Click on it to make sure you don't mess up the first video clip. And then what we're gonna do here is, because I have camera on my clip here, I wanna make sure to position it so that way the camera is not in frame, because we're gonna edit that later on. And we're gonna do this, go to where it says zoom. We're gonna change this to 0.56. So you still can't see my camera on the right side, which you've seen when we started up this video. And then we're also gonna change the Y section, fourth section here, to -15. This will bring it down just enough so that way we can make sure that this here is going to be in frame, but also have enough space for the camera here. All right, so we're gonna bring this back down, and then we're gonna open the third one, which is gonna be our camera. Now with this one, is a little bit different, and you wanna make sure to be precise as you can so you can keep this within the center. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click and drag this over. Boom. I believe that's about centered right there. And then we're gonna go down to this magic wand right here. It's called Fusion. Once we click on here, open this up, and you wanna make sure to double click on Media in 1. Just double click it, and then we're gonna go to this here, which is a rectangle. Of course, it's the size of my camera. We're gonna go here, grab the center of this, click and drag, try to center it as best as you can. And then we're gonna bring the side over. And when you bring the side over, it's gonna bring also the other side as well. And I wanna make sure it's as centered as I can without overdoing it and making sure it's not cutting off any part of the frame that I wanna be seen. Also, we're gonna bring this here, click and drag that. We'll go about right there. And then we're gonna go back to this one here, the edit tool. And now you see it's trimmed down just enough. We're gonna enable this one so we can see where this is gonna be. And then we're gonna drag this up here on the Y section. Now, mind you, these positions are gonna be based on how yours is situated. You gotta remember that. Based on how yours is done, will determine exactly where you're gonna position your camera, where you're gonna position your clip itself. So that's about center for right here. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure to turn this back on so we can actually see the full effect of what your clip is going to look like right here. Now, the one thing I always recommend is to drag this just a little bit and try to wait for the rendering to go through, which is where these blue lines are right here. What's gonna happen is this is gonna continue to render the project here, and it'll make sure that once you have it fully rendered, it's gonna show it that it's fully blued out, so that way there's no hitching, there's no discrepancies in your video that you have being done here, so that way the clip goes through perfectly flawless. Now, once you've done that, what you're gonna do is once this is all completely done, go to where this rocket is to deliver. Now, as you see, I have my location set to TikTok clips. I have my own folder already made for this, so all my clips that I get from stream, all the clips that I've edited, all the full-on videos that I've edited for long-form content are all here as well. You just gotta rename it. We'll just do because this is the MP7 clip. Now, this is where it really depends on how well you want the quality to be. Where you go down to quality, it says restrict to, or you can just do automatic. I recommend just doing automatic, so that way it's just based on whatever type of quality you have here. And if you want the quality to be a little bit better than where it was previously when you edited the video, then you would go to restrict to, and you would just set this at a higher. This is basically like bit rates that you would have in OBS. You would set this a little higher than what you're typically used to. Coding profile high to make sure it's going through properly, and that it's a main priority. Keyframes automatic, frame ordering checked, and you leave everything else alone. You can go to add to render queue, and it's gonna pop up right here where my camera is as well. Once you're done, there's a render all option right behind my camera here as well. You're gonna click on that, and it's gonna begin the process to go ahead and render your full clip. As you see, now it says completed. So once you're done there, your clip will be in the same exact folder that you have right here. Again, hopefully this helps you guys out as far as how to make a quick shorts, YouTube shorts, IG reels, Facebook reels, TikToks Twitter, wherever you prefer to post your content at. Hopefully, this helps you out in putting out your content to the masses. That way, you can be working on getting your growth for your channels, for your Kick, Twitch, YouTube, whatever the case may be. Which, speaking of Kick, I do live stream every night on Kick. Make sure to go check us out. Hit the follow button. Also, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Drop a like on this video if it helped you out. Leave a comment down below if it helps you out. And I'll catch you in the next video, man. Y'all be easy. Peace.